Hi, Miss Maria. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay.
Has anything changed since the last time that we spoke?
No, I'm just everything's the same. Nothing's changed.
Okay. School is still going okay? Dad's still doing okay?
I feel like I'm falling behind in school, which really bothers me. But and Dad's okay. He's pretty stable right now.
Okay. So last time we talked, we kind of discussed like options moving forward, like some things that we can do to kind of like get our mood getting better and kind of help with the feelings of being overwhelmed, and then kind of discuss what's next. Um, So what my thought was we can discuss like some options that we have. Um, but I kind of want to see like emotional regulation and then how you're kind of doing with that. So kind of talk about what emotions you're feeling and when you're feeling them. So I want to
Mhm.
ask if you'd be okay with doing an emotional log. So I printed it out for you and then I'll also email a copy to
Oh,
you so that you can kind of
perfect. Okay, great.
so if you'll kind of let me know like what feeling you're having, what triggered the emotion, kind of what you were doing, and then how you feel during it. Okay, if you could do that
Okay.
for the next week, and then we can discuss it when you come back next week.
How many times do I have to do it?
Just as many times as you can. So, like if you notice like you're very angry, can you write down that you're angry and then kind of what happened? Or you're feeling overwhelmed and then what happened? So, if you're
Mhm.
overwhelmed at school, if you could write down like way too much homework, I put my book down and I walked away. Um, and then it has consequences. So, like you didn't finish your homework. So, just kind of what happened through that. So, just kind of for the next week, if you can do it as much as you can. Okay.
Okay, I can do that.
And for the second part of it, I'd really like it if you could do some things for yourself. I know that it's very hard for you to step back and kind of take care of yourself. I know that you're taking care of your dad and you're trying to like take care of all your schoolwork. Um, would you be okay with that?
I mean, I guess it depends on what it is because I just I don't feel like I have a lot of like extra time. And like the extra time I have, the idea of like just doing something for me doesn't feel doesn't feel good. It feels like I that's selfish. That's the word. It feels like it's selfish.
It does.
But
I
I don't know. I
know.
mean, it depends on what it is, I guess.
Okay, I understand. I completely understand. So I'm also going to email you a log or a activities list. It looks like this. And it shows a bunch of ideas of things that you could do for yourself. It doesn't have to be any of those things, but it is just some ideas. What are some things that you do like to do for yourself?
Um, I mean, I aside from I don't know, aside from like regular um hygiene maintenance, I can't think of anything that I really do that. I
Do you
mean,
like to maybe paint your nails or take a walk or even just brush your hair?
yeah, I could. I mean, I could do that. I could do that.
So maybe
The nail
just
part would take a while, but I could walk around the block. I mean, does that count?
it does. That is something that you do for yourself. Even just like right before you go to bed, just having the extra few, 2 or 3 minutes to just focus on yourself and brush your hair, or have that few minutes after you have a meal and walk around the block. Just having the few minutes to focus on yourself. Okay?
Do I have, do you want me to like think of something specifically, or is it just I can kind of like not have to think of stuff?
You don't have to think of stuff. You that's why I gave you the list, so that you could have some ideas, but also something that makes you happy. But anything that you want to do, I just want you to try to do it 1 to 2 times this week before we meet next week, and just let me know like one how that made you feel. Were you able to complete the task? Like were you able to get anything done? Um, kind of between now and then, and then just where we are from there. So I also go ahead.
I was gonna ask it like kind of feel silly, but would it count if like I park farther away from the store and walk past?
Yes. Yes,
It
that is
would?
a great idea.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that. I can do that.
Yes. So
Okay,
even
I
from
can do that.
class, that sounds like a great idea. Even from class, if you park a little farther away from the building and walk, that gives you the few extra, even 2, 3 minutes to just let your mind clear and have those few minutes to yourself. That was a great idea. That was fantastic. Good job.
I can do that. Thank you. I can do that because I think that, I mean, I like the idea of doing the emotion log, but then it kind of feels like homework,
Yeah,
like another thing to add.
it
And then
does.
talking about doing something for myself as well. It,
Yeah.
um,
It is. I know
I
that
just,
the emotional log does feel like homework, and sometimes that's really hard for people, and I completely understand that. But really, we're just focusing on what your emotions are and how we reframe them. So why do you feel that way, and how we can make it so that you're not talking mean to yourself or you're not talking bad to yourself. How can we make it so that you don't feel overwhelmed or you're not having anxiety or you're not angry with yourself? Let's try to have happy thoughts and then put it out into the world. So we're trying our best to kind of reframe those thoughts into something else. But I don't know what those thoughts are until we talk about them. So it's
oh,
not,
this, oh, so this is more like just data collection for the
yes,
future.
yes. So it's not
Got it. Okay, that
homework
makes
in
so much more
any way.
sense. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
And if you
Okay.
don't finish it, if you don't do it, it's okay. It's just, there's no consequences for it. Of course, nothing's going to happen. Even with the doing stuff for yourself, nothing's going to happen. This is not a, bad place or whatever. It's just for you to take care of yourself. So even if it's just that we talk about it next week, that's okay. But I really appreciate you being honest and saying that that would make you more overwhelmed and it feels like homework. So whatever is best for you, I appreciate you doing that. Um,
Thank you
for
so much.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
that makes me
you.
feel a lot better about
Of
it for
course.
sure.
So just to wrap things up a little bit, for next week, we're going to either have the emotional log. I'm just going to email it to you so you can either fill it out or just think about what some emotions are that you're having, and then
Okay.
try to do at least 1 to 2 things, even if that is just parking a little farther away and walking. And then we'll talk about those for next week. Okay.
Okay. I can
Okay.
do that. Thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Please have a great week and then we'll talk soon. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye bye.